Vauxhall Insignia Grand Sport, 2017, Review. It might not have impressed wholeheartedly from launch, but bit by bit the old Vauxhall Insignia inconspicuously became a very decent car. The trouble is, during that time customers in its natural market habitat were relentlessly plundered by more desirable crossovers and SUVs. And that's to say nothing of the Skoda Superb, a car that embodies nominative determinism in the large hatchback market, offering class-leading refinement, equipment and interior space. Until now? Exactly. Enter the bigger and better Insignia Grand Sport, Vauxhall's new flagship model, boasting sleeker looks, improved passenger space and a level of luxury more normally seen in the segment above. Talking of which, it's not immediately obvious to which class this behemoth belongs. Traditionally the Insignia has been a similarly sized car to a BMW 3 Series, but at nearly 5 meters in length, the Grand Sport is closer to a 5 Series. In fact, it's not much shorter than an Audi Q7. Overall, while the car has grown substantially, the overhangs are shorter, so a serious amount of that length is contained between the wheels. So what? Well, for a start, the Insignia Grand Sport's new dimensions are really quite easy on the eye, especially when equipped with 20-inch alloys like this test car. There's something of the rakish Audi A7 in its sloping roof and elegantly stretched side profile. More importantly, though, the extra millimeters manifest themselves in masses of interior space. Rear legroom is generous and only tall passengers will get close to the roofline. While it doesn't quite live up to its Czech nemesis in this respect, it is appreciably larger inside than the car it replaces. Until you open the boot, that is, where the new car's 490 liters means it is actually 40 down on the outgoing Insignia and quite a way off the Superb's massive 625 liters. There's a wagon on the way though, which should boost practicality. Who cares? All my stuff is tiny and I don't want a Superb. Then step this way, because the Grand Sport builds on the old Insignia's improved comfort and refinement, resulting in an impressively luxurious ride. The driving dynamics are still a way behind the Ford Mondeo and Mazda 6, but it's more than composed and green enough for day-to-day driving scenarios. It's enjoyed best on the motorway where the majority of its company car miles will be spent, whisking along with little road or wind noise and barely a whisper from this car's impressively hushed 2.0-liter diesel engine. Interestingly, Vauxhall doesn't project that engine choice to be the biggest seller, despite its size suggesting it would be a knee-jerk choice. That honor goes to the 1.5-liter petrol and 1.6-liter diesels, now badged up as Turbo and Turbo D, the former offering much the same power as our 168 bhp lump and identical CO2 emissions at 136 grams/km. It's also brand new, unlike raging Derv design, and costs £2,500 less. Still, the 2.0-liter Turbo D is cheerful enough, with its 295 pounds-foot of torque arriving in one go when the rev counter needle tips past 1,750 revolutions per minute. By 5,000 revolutions per minute it's all out of ideas, so the gear lever for the 6-speed manual box requires a fair bit of stirring to keep the Grand Sport on boil. Does it come with lots of equipment? This particular Insignia Grand Sport is rammed with kit, as you'd expect, because it's a top-tier elite nav model. Cheaper and sportier versions are in abundance too, like the body-kitted 3VX Line Nav, a car named after a fistful of Scrabble tiles. Wheel choice at this level is a bit complicated. You get 17 inches on the 1.6-liter diesel, 20s on the 2.0-liter petrol and 18s for everything else, although this car has optional 20s, but there's no mistaking the LED matrix headlights, 8-inch sat-nav screen and dual-zone climate control. Inside there are leather seat facings, heated front and outer rear seats, and in the 2.0-liter petrol model, a Bose premium sound system. The interior is much nicer, and more ostracized, than before too, both in design and material quality.